Okay, good morning. It is June 24th. Let's go look here at the S&P 500. We are just a few minutes into the open here, so let's go take a peek over here. So let's look at what happened overnight. Yesterday, didn't do a review video because literally nothing changed. And so there was, exactly what we talked about is what happened yesterday. So, we got some pullback here. They ended up holding 30 half at the end of the day, right over here. But basically just a pretty small range, and then overnight had a pretty decent move up. These areas that are green are just basically little supply areas on the 5-minute chart. So nothing that we would think that would be major market reversal areas, but they are areas where the market is, where there could be some sellers. So we got to move up here. This 58 quarter is the current all-time high, and so you can see here in the overnight they came down, they tested right here, pulled back down. You can see back behind this green area there's a blue highlighted area, and that blue area is off the 1 hour, so they pulled back down into this 1 hour area and then just pushed to the top of this, which is 5650. And this should all look familiar because I had it on my chart yesterday. So anyway, there's 5650. I went through and changed up the colors of the different areas just so we could point out what was what here. But anyway, that gives you an idea. So right here, so let's talk about for some pullback. It would really, there's this little area right here. You can see that right there. They could pull back and hold that. There's also right here, this 44 quarter down to 43 quarter. So there's right there. And then ideally they'd come back and test. They already tested right there, but ideally they'd come back and test this like 48 quarter area. It's but this 43 quarter, so 41 quarter would be ideal. I don't know that that's going to happen. 43 quarter is a backfill price that's unfilled on the 1 hour chart. So this is definitely an area of interest, but then better would be down here. And then if that doesn't hold, coming back down into here on this the two CPs down here. If that doesn't hold, we probably want to reevaluate some things and look at what we're actually doing here. And this would breaking here would definitely open up back here to this CP, and breaking that starts to open things up more down to here. And then maybe we would see, bigger picture, it might only be come back down into here, but would really like to come back and test this area down here in the 4190s. I'm not saying that's going to happen today. I'm just saying at some point here, when they do pull back, they'll want to come back and test that 4193, 94 area. So, but for now, they need to get up above this 5850 by, let's say, 3 ticks or so would be good. So if we could get to 59 quarter, that would be likely be enough to say, okay, that's a breakout, and then that opens some things up here. It opens up 66.75 and then 73 up here. But bigger picture, we're really supposed to be back up into this, not back up, but up into this area, bigger picture. So one step at a time, some pretty nice reaction here. You can see these supply areas are definitely doing their job. So it'd be nice if we got some pullback and then another, reload to move higher. But we'll see how that all plays out. So let me check one other thing, and it'll take me just a minute here. So stay with me. I usually have this done beforehand, but I didn't think about it. So 52.50. That's something to keep an eye on today. And yeah, that's great. So that gives us a target up here at 60. What was that? 67. So just did something that I do to calculate targets a little bit different. So that's 66.75, but if I do it another way, I get 67.25. So really right up here in this area, that should kind of be the, kind of the minimum area that we're looking for here. Let me just see if that, yeah, and we could, yeah, ideally we would come back into this area and hold that and move higher. It is possible to come back down into here, but if that gets taken out, then likely we're coming down here minimum to this 24.75. Doing it the other way that I just did it gives us 23. Oh, sorry, you can't see that over here. So ideally, they could come just down into right here and hold, and then otherwise down into this area. And if that gets taken out, we probably get here, or even, so that's 24.75, or even 23. So we'll just have to see. Let's just take it one step at a time here. If they can get to 59.25, and it might just be, who knows, it might hit here and just run, or it might hit 59.25 and then pull back, and that would be great because that would give us sort of a clue that they're breaking out for higher, and then we'd be able to buy it on a pullback for another move up. But let's just keep in mind how the days have been going. There hasn't been any thing that the market's really ripped, except for Sunday night. I mean, think about how yesterday went. So just take it one step at a time here today and take what the market gives us. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being here this morning.